Howdy, yo. Sean again from KappisCards. Tonight I'm coming at you with another one of these boxes I bought off eBay, these mixed card boxes. This time it's a baseball card box, and what interests me about this one is usually when I get these baseball card boxes, right, it's a bunch of, usually a mix of cards from the 80s up to today, and that winds up being why, I set up my product the way I do. This box is mostly, if not all, modern Donruss and Panini products, which when I get those other boxes, of course, there's a lot of tops, right? Especially the modern boxes, because, hey, tops is easier to find in a lot of cases, right? And even outside of, card shops, you can get them in a variety of places anymore. They're even showing up at convenience stores again, just like back in the 80s. So, and the other thing about Topps, of course, is they've got the logos and they've got, the other things since they have the licensing for baseball. And these Panini products, these Donruss products don't. So you kind of have to guess maybe sometimes if you get a card like, you know who Luis Robert, what team he's on, probably if you're a baseball fan. But if you don't, it just says Chicago. So if it's somebody that isn't, a star to a degree like this, right, you kind of have to guess, what team they're on based on the color pattern and, the Yankees, the Mets, and the Cubs and the White Sox, right? But beyond that, I figured we'd check these out and see what's going on. And as always, these will wind up in my product, like I suggested before. Here's the link to the shop. It'll be down in the description of the video as well as the link to our, social media feeds. You can go out there and follow us. And when I get updates like this, and as I'm updating teams, I will post on there, as I have been doing with baseball and stuff, or not baseball, football, stuff like that here during the playoffs. So let's check out some of these and, see what they look like. The one thing I don't like about Donruss, right, and of course you can't do anything about the logos. That's just the way it is. But all of their designs, like from 2021, baseball, football, I think they have basketball and stuff too, they'll look like this, right? And I remember when Topps started that in like 92, right, with their football cards and, that sort of thing. And I don't know when Donruss started it, they may have done it a while ago, but just wasn't something I liked. I used to like the uniqueness of the football versus the baseball, and I guess I still do. But, that's what we're looking at here. So here's Jeff McNeil, who just today signed a nice contract with the Mets, right? And extension there for, I think, $40 million over 5 years. So I'm going to set him aside. I don't know if I have that in my PC. I got to check. There's an ex-Met coming on next there, right? And Zach Wheeler. And I'm not going to name all these names coming through. Is this? That's not really a Diamond King kind of design. I wondered. There's a pretty neat colored card there of Dominic Smith. That's not numbered or anything, right? No. But, as we're coming through, you can see, I think Dom Smith's a national now. Although, that, of course, would be with the Mets. Whatever team it says they're on in these, as I'm doing this, that's the team that they'll be mixed in with in my products, right? 30 cards in every pack over in my product. And, almost all baseball teams are available right now. I've got to put a couple back in stock. The Mets are one of them. Along with the Astros, and I think there's one other team that's sold out. I am updating the football packs, right, as fast as I can as well, and I just want to take a break from it tonight and do this. But, trying to get all them back in stock as much as I can. Some of their stock's pretty limited, right, like the Ravens video I posted earlier today, I only have 9 of them. The Titans, I only have 7. So here's one of the, nickname cards, right, that's one of the insert things that Panini does, I guess. It's Altuve, but it's Gigante. I guess, referencing his size, right? And that sort of thing. Silly, funny nicknames. Should name him Trash Can, right? Let's set DeGrom down there. I think I have that card. Of course, if I do, they go right back into the product. But, I do pull out the Mets for myself. And I have a nice little base card collection of Mets and Cowboys that I've built while doing this since the pandemic started. I did, of course, have these listed before then on eBay. They just didn't sell very well. So this is this year's Donruss, right? 22 Donruss. So you can see there's a 21 stats. So versus the 21 cards that we've seen so far. And it's going on through. Conforto, I want to set down. I forget what he signed. Where did he sign? I don't know. Now that slipped off the top of my head. Somebody correct me in the comments. Where did Conforto sign? It's Johnny Bench. See if he goes and gets his old form back. Although it's hard to know when a guy, a couple of years ago before the pandemic and all, takes a nice hard swing and his shoulder goes out. That's always a worry, right? And probably why he didn't get a lot of attention. Not only last year where he did have to have some medical stuff done too, but, even this year. Like Trout right there, Maddox. Devers on the Diamond King. Cruz, kind of a foil Diamond King, right? I don't know if there's going to be anything in here that was... I don't remember, right? This box has been here for a couple of weeks. As I got into doing football stuff, there's the Yaz variation, right, of Mike Yastrzemski. That's Santander for Baltimore. The Windy City. I don't know if I've seen a name or city variation like that. That's pretty cool. For Chris Bryant, it's Judge. Altuve again. Pete Alonso. Babe Ruth as a Red Sox. How about that? That's pretty weird. I think I had that when I pulled and opened a pack here on camera back around Christmas, right? When I did that. There's another Alonso. Probably watching this and you're saying, this guy takes all the good Mets, right? No. You know, I take one for my set, and I'm willing to bet as I'm going through this, A, I have some of these already, and B, you know, there's going to be more in here. There's Ruth as a Yankee. So like that Devers card we just passed, we've seen a few times. But, you know, I don't think I ever recall, you know, when buying these things off of eBay and stuff like that, just seeing a box of base and, you know, some inserts too, but of just the Panini Donruss products like this, right? You know, recent baseball. I've seen it for football, of course, because, you know, they've got the football licensing, so they, you know, a lot more of those football packs. And if you're watching this too, and you're seeing me sort of flip through these, and you have cards that you want to sell, my email is down in the description of the video. You can hit me up, and we can talk price, that sort of thing. Here's an insert. It's Andrew Benintendi. Is it numbered? Nah. But still, it's a little napkin relic, right? It's red, and it's a Kansas City Royal, which the red isn't their colors, but, you know. Okay. Anybody see the Babe Ruth, speaking of Babe Ruth, right? Anybody see the Babe Ruth, George Brett mix up with Panini, with the signature, right? What a mess. Here's a numbered card out of 2022 there. It's Pops Stargell. That's pretty cool. That'll wind up in the Pirates packs. There's another one, Dylan Carlson. I wonder if I missed any before. The 2022. I guess they're doing like what Topps does, where they always have a, I guess it's the red foil, right? Is the numbered card. You know, Topps has their own thing. Seaver, I want to set that aside. I like that. Mondo. Cunha. Bo Flows. I guess Bo Bichette, sure. Manoa in a yellow border. It's not numbered or anything. McCovey. Contreras. Shohei. It's a nice foil. Sort of refractor kind of thing. I don't know what that is. I'm probably calling it the wrong thing, and somebody's watching this going, that's not that, right? And so correct me if I am. I do like how they mix in the old and the new players too in the modern products, right? So older guys like me can still see players like Greg Maddux that we watched growing up, right? Kest Daddy. He didn't really pan out well enough to be Kest Daddy. Pete Alonso is a Diamond King. Some more of these from 21. Big Mac, Konerko. Dale Murphy. With Scott Rowland getting to the Hall of Fame, is Dale Murphy going to get in? And is that Piazza's a Met? It looks like it is. I'm going to set that aside. There's Conforto in the blue border. Yeah, I mean, with Rowland getting in, what about Dale Murphy? They're sort of the same player, aren't they? I mean, one played infield, one played outfield, but still, right? I mean, they're kind of similar in numbers, and not just Dale Murphy, but there's a lot of other, you know, players that are along those lines that I think should get in. Of course, number one for me is Keith Hernandez, but you know, Mullins there to 2022. But you know, Keith was, I mean, arguably the best glove at first base that I remember watching, let alone, you know, pretty close to 300 hitter, 280s, right? For most of his career. Wasn't a power hitter, which, of course, at first base might be holding him back some. And, of course, the other thing holding him back is the nose candy, right? But at the same time, you know, I think he's got, you know, just as much as Don Mattingly, the other one, right? That should really be a Hall of Famer here at some point. You would think a Veterans Committee would consider that and try to get them in somewhere along the lines. But let's find something else over here to look at, other than These couple like we've seen and Winker. These feel more chromy, so let's see what these are. Optics. Mythical. Ooh, right? Marsh. Yachty. Bomb Squad. I guess it's an insert. Alcantara. Lights Out. Robbie Ray. There's another one of these mythical cards. And another of these Lights Out cards, and it's Josiah Gray. Woodruff. So, Splash. Sure. What else we got in here? Some more of this from last year. Well, I guess 2 years ago now. If you're thinking by calendar. Darvish. Martez, Marlin. Dwight Gooden. I have to go back and look and I have that one. I might pull that back out. Hap. Yeah, so it's, you know, late January. We've got a few weeks here until we get some pitchers and catchers reporting, and we'll get into the season. I think most of the big free agents are done, found their homes, right, and, you know, we'll go from there. Of course, in Mets land, there's a lot of buzz how they can try to get Ohtani, which, you know, I think it's going to be that way for a long time with Cohen as the owner. Whatever the big name is out there, you know, the Mets will link themselves to him in some way, shape, or form. And, of course, most of it won't happen. Tony Two Bags for Anthony Rendon. Okay. And who came up with some of these? That's a Babe Ruth in here. Be good if it was, you know, 1930s card. The Tominator I just went past, and then I throw the Bagwell card. Nice job. It looks like it survived. Put that up there. Let me get this kind of foam stuff out of the way here as I keep reaching in and hitting. What else we got in here? So some more of this Donruss from this year, and there's the red one. So there's Joe Adele, numbered card. So again, all these will find their way into my packs, right? The ones are the Wander Franco rookie. That's pretty cool. Wasn't expecting that. Followed by a numbered Tatis. So, best pile I've grabbed so far, right? What else we got here? Past an Ichiro there. I don't want to flip these upside down. It's taking too long. We're already 13 minutes into this, right? So, is that a red card? A Rosarena numbered. So, get some decent numbered cards out of here, right? I mean, it's not like they're $100 cards or anything like that, of course, but, you know, just some different stuff. And it's always nice to have some inserts to list as chase cards, right, in the packs. So, these are great packs, great cards if you are, you know, got somebody that's just interested in a team. That's all they want to collect, right, like I do with the Mets here. Or, you know, got a young kid, Keith. That one's definitely getting set aside. You know, if you got young kids or you're just starting your collection back up, or, you know, you're doing something else with them along the way. It's a great way to get into a low cost, you know, $1.75 a pack for baseball, plus shipping. Although, of course, on Etsy, if it's shipped over $35 is what you buy, it's free shipping. And I've got some other ways that I, you know, throw free shipping offers out there in terms of mixed packs and that sort of stuff. So, you know, check us out, and you might hit the Trevor Story Diamond King card there. And a lot more of 20. Here's another red one. It's Luis Robert. And I see another one. Kenley Jansen. That's a Dodger, of course. And Ryan Vilade. So the Rockies packs will have a few. Is Tommy Edman numbered? Almost the last one, almost. 20, is that 18? Or is that 2010? Either way, out of 2022. So almost the end of the box. see if we can find some more in here that are numbered. Just going to kind of go through these quick because I think we've seen a lot of these, like Ichiro already. It's Alonso again. I'm not seeing any red in here. Oops, the last one, Max Fried. So the Braves packs, we'll get that mixed in when I get time. What else we got here? And it's Corbin Burns numbered. Right. That's pretty cool. Eloy. So a lot more serial number cards than I expected to be in here. It's Liam Hendricks. And oops, did I pass one? Yep, Woodruff. So Brewers will definitely get a few of them mixed in when I update them. Just had a huge order for them, so they'll be nice and freshly updated at some point here. And let's see. So everything seems to be these last 2 years of Donruss, which is really cool. I thought it might go back a few more years than this. That was Nelson Cruz as a Ray. Getting the numbered treatment there. Looking for one. They mostly seem to be in good shape too. I haven't noticed any with dramatic problems or anything like that on it. Ryan McMahon, that'll get a couple of Rockies there. We'll have their stuff mixed in. There's Ian Happ for the Cubs. Numbered card. That Yu Darvish for the that's the other team I think I'm out of, is the Padres. Frankie Montas for the Oakland A's. So there's a Trout card too in the back there. Always like seeing Trouts. Let's go back over these optics and see what, if there's anything in here that could be numbered. I wouldn't even know where to. Is it the same thing with optic? I mean, that's again my limited knowledge of some of these modern cards, right? Where I don't know. Like, I mean, that's kind of red, but it's not numbered. I don't know if that's... Oh, yeah, it is. It's on the back. So maybe that is what I'm looking for. That's out of 199 for Chris Bryant for the Rockies. So the Rockies are going to have some nice numbered card mixed into their packs when I go through and update them. It'll probably be a few weeks until I get to that, but I want to get all the football done first that I've been going through and doing. Of course, with the big games this weekend, right? The 49ers, after just knocking out my Cowboys, now I've got to go bet on them because I don't want the Eagles to win, but they probably will. Though this Purdy guy, man, Brock Purdy seems to be the real deal. So who knows? We got another Brady situation maybe setting up, or it could be another Nick Foles situation. He's got a hot run and then he, regresses back to normal as Nick Foles did. So that'll be a fun game. Of course, I've got a lot of friends that are Eagles fans growing up on the East Coast, going to college in Delaware. So, they're excited, and, if they get there again and they win again, they'll have some more to rub in my face. But beyond that, right, on the other side, how healthy is Mahomes? That's the big question of the weekend, right, with his ankle injury from last week. Is he going to, whoops, I'm throwing cards again. Is he going to be able to get by and, the Bengals got him last year. There's no reason they can't do it again. Burrow's a heck of a quarterback. So, I didn't expect that kind of success for Cleveland. Cincinnati so fast, right, when they drafted him. But he's been a great quarterback since he came in. So there's the Topps card randomly mixed in. And it's, gold number, it's not numbered. It's just gold. So a couple Topps cards randomly mixed in. Brian Hayes in the old Topps black gold design. I think that was 93. You chased those, right? And they were sort of the big thing. And I pulled the one that you got the whole set. And then, of course, I never sent it in, right? It's somewhere, I think, still in my mom's house, where I do have a decent number of, those sorts of cards that I hung on to from my time, my childhood, that type of thing. A lot of sets still sitting there that I haven't been able to move. By which I mean move here, right? To where I live. Gary Carter. Gary Carter was my favorite player growing up. but, you know, move here to where I live. And I probably would pull some apart and wind up putting them in my product, to be honest with you, because they'd be worth more that way. You know, like the 88 tops and stuff that I had from when I was a kid. And there's Jordan. Again, oh, we missed by one. That's 2021 of 2022. Almost an eBay 1 of 1, right? Joe Morgan. It's Alcantara. It's a nice one. The numbered card. So, back, it's that Vladdy numbered. That's cool. Vladdy Jr. The Millville Meteor. Millville, New Jersey. Kyle Hendricks for the Cubs. O'Neill for the Cardinals. Nice Acuna. I like that Ichiro with the red, white, and blue design. Stan the Man. Stan Musial. Ichi. Really? Okay. Can't say I've ever heard him called that, but, you know, I guess you can say that about a lot of these nickname things that they made up for this product. Oops, I missed. And we've got about 40% of the box left here, so I'll try to speed this up a little bit and look for just color here, because we're getting over 20 minutes as it is. And I probably will miss some as I'm doing this kind of quickly here, but, you know, if you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. And, you know, again, check us out over there in the shop. Follow us on the social media feeds where I update all these sorts of things. And I'm sure as baseball season comes around to start, I'll have some sale of some kind, as I usually do. And, you know, maybe for the Super Bowl, too, on the football side. Should have all the football teams, I think, back in stock by the... I would say by the end of next week, at the very latest. I'll have them all in stock probably before then, but I'll go through and update all the other teams as well, hopefully by the end of next week. So if you're waiting for your favorite team to come out and you're watching this, you should know, you know, at least on the football side, it should come out pretty soon. So not seeing any more red. Anything else to look for here? Nope, nothing that stuck out to me there enough that we should, you know, stop going through it. A nice Vladdy Senior, the old 88 Donruss design. 88 Donruss, what an ugly old set that was. I didn't like it as a kid. I still don't like it now. There's pretty much nothing of significant value in it, right? There's a couple rookies, you know, Glavin, people like that, but I'm also angry at them, right, because of those, if you've watched my Walgreens videos, right, because I keep getting searched packs when I buy those Walgreens videos, Walgreens, you know, mix boxes from Fairfield. So, not much you can do about that, because I'm sure they were searched 35 years ago. No one in their right mind would search it now, so let's just grab a couple more of these here, see if we see any more of the special insert cards. Not seeing any, just kind of quickly running through there. One last pile that I haven't even touched yet, and this has some more Optic in it as I get down into here. So it's like last year's Optic, or I'm sorry, 2 years ago if you go by the calendar. And not seeing, probably missing them, but not seeing anything standing out that would be, you know, numbered or anything like that, at least that I know of. So yeah, I mean, it's nice to see something different that'll be going into the packs, not just when I come across some water cards or some, you know, oddball cards, you know, something like that when they wind up getting mixed in. But, you know, nice modern product that I have some every once in a while, of course, to come in, or I'll buy a pack or two and mix them in. But otherwise, you know, this is a fun box. I like this box a lot to see just a lot of, you know, modern Donruss Optic stuff to put in. So there you go. Kind of, I guess we got through all the parallels and stuff. Just going through here and some more Optic. So there's a Lindor on the set aside, but you know, not seeing much else there. I mean, there's some, you know, they're like that, but nothing of, you know, numbered cards or anything. So again, give us a like and subscribe here. You'll get these kind of videos. I'm going to do some live stuff here one of these days, you know, as I'm packing these things and sorting these things. And I'll sit here with the camera on and just talk to everybody as I'm doing it, I guess. So we'll do that pretty soon. And other than that, you know, just keep an eye out for more product updates, the shorts videos. Like and subscribe, like the videos. All of that helps my store. All that helps the product as well. So, you know, check us out. And I'm going to leave it there. So we'll see you over in the shop.